Hello and welcome to Sound of Sport TV. We're live 24/7, 7 days a week bringing you the latest sports news, highlights, and sporty music, tracks, and videos. Our team of human and AI anchors are here to keep you updated on all the action, from football to basketball, and everything in between. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to dive in.
Okay, cool. So today we're looking at, well, it's kind of about the sound is scored on TV,
Oh, interesting.
but with a bit of a specific focus.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about Tottenham Hotspur and their manager, Ange Postecoglou,
Postecoglou, yeah.
and kind of the noise he's making, I guess, in the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
With his tactical choices.
Hmm.
We got some really interesting articles here. One from the Mirror, one from the Premier League, and one from Caught Offside.
Nice.
And the pundits, let me tell you, they are not holding back.
Oh, really?
So we've got to figure this out, right?
Yeah.
Is his commitment to this super attacking style of football, is it brave or is it reckless?
Yeah, that's a big question, right? I mean, football tactics, they affect everything.
Yeah.
Formations and strategies, they shape the whole experience.
Yeah.
Even the sound, both in the stadium, like on TV, like, it's fascinating.
I never thought about it that way, but you're right. The sound really changes depending on how the game is being played.
Absolutely.
So, all right, looking at what you've pulled together here, let's start with that Chelsea match.
Okay, yeah.
Tottenham was up 2-0,
Yeah.
but then they lost 4-3, and that must have been just crazy to watch,
Yeah.
like up and down the whole time.
Absolutely crazy. And what's amazing is that even though they lost, like Postecoglou just totally doubled down,
Oh, wow.
after the match on his attacking style. Basically saying, we were ahead, it was working.
Well, he's sticking to his guns.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He is absolutely not afraid to just stay true to who he is.
So he's really known for this high-pressing attacking style. I mean, he was super successful with it at Celtic.
Yeah.
But can he make it work in the Premier League? That's a whole other beast. And how does it affect this, the sound that we were talking about?
Yeah, it's really interesting. High pressing basically means they're constantly trying to get the ball back, right?
Okay, so it's aggressive.
Super aggressive, yeah. And it leads to a much faster game, more intense.
So sound-wise, are we talking more like
Sound-wise, yeah.
tackles?
Think constant tackles.
Okay.
Players shouting, the crowd going wild
Yeah.
as the action goes back and forth.
Oh, so it's like edge of your seat kind of stuff. Not a lot of that slow, methodical build-up
Right.
that some teams are known for.
Yeah, exactly.
And looking at these articles you've got, it seems like there's that tension, right? Like some players are shining under his system,
Yeah.
but some, especially on defense, they're really struggling. And you even pointed out a couple articles with like wildly different player ratings.
Yeah, totally. And that's where the sound, I think, tells the story too, right? You hear those groans after a bad defensive play, people gasping as the other team breaks through. It reflects that risk. That's what comes with this kind of style,
Yeah.
that vulnerability.
But wouldn't it make the good moments even better? Like imagine, the crowd roaring as Tottenham attacks,
Yeah.
the commentators losing it when they score. That's got to be amazing to listen to.
Oh, absolutely. It makes everything more extreme.
Oh, so it's like really high highs and really low lows.
Yes. You get that thrill of the attack. But yeah, there's that constant tension, like any mistake, any second could lead to a goal.
So Postecoglou is basically like composing a symphony of chaos here.
That's brilliant. Yeah. A symphony of chaos.
And not everyone's loving the music. Like some of these pundits, they are not impressed.
Oh, definitely not. Like Jamie Carragher, for example. He seems to think that, Postecoglou needs like a reality check.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He compared it to wearing like a t-shirt and shorts when it's pouring rain.
Oh, so he thinks he needs to adapt a little more, be a bit more, pragmatic.
Yeah.
Maybe turn down the volume on his approach sometimes. But, I mean, there's value in having your own style, right? Being loud and proud of how you play.
Totally, yeah. And that's, I think, what makes this so interesting. What does it really mean to be a successful manager? Is it just about winning? Or is it about the style of play? And how does that all translate to the sound of the game?
Yeah.
What we hear, he's almost like pushing the limits, of what people think is okay in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And you can hear it, in how his matches sound.
Right.
We were talking about those player ratings, and I think that really says it all. Some guys are doing amazing.
Yeah.
Others are just getting left behind.
Yeah. It's like Some are built for this system,
Yeah.
and some just can't handle the speed.
Totally.
And looking at the pundits, it seems like those defensive issues are what's really bothering them.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Merson was pretty rough, saying Postecoglou was being naive, not playing it safe after going up by 2.
Yeah, he said he needed to be more cute.
Cute.
Yeah, like more willing to adjust, based on the opponent, how the game is going. But is that missing the bigger picture?
Yeah.
Like what Postecoglou is trying to build in the long run.
Right. It is interesting to think about, how that plays out in the sound of the game, too.
Totally.
If Tottenham's always attacking, pushing for goals, that's exciting.
Oh, for sure.
But they're also making those mistakes in the back.
Yep.
So there's that anxiety, too, that anticipation,
Right. It keeps you hooked, but maybe a little stressed out, too.
Yeah.
Exactly. That push and pull, it's what makes it so interesting to watch.
It's not just about the goals, it's about the whole experience, the ups and downs.
The journey.
Yeah, the journey.
Yeah.
Postecoglou's tactics, they take you on a ride. And think about those crazy late-game situations,
Oh, yeah.
Those must be wild to experience, both for the fans in the stadium and those watching at home.
Oh, absolutely. You can hear it,
Oh, I bet. Like the commentators are going nuts as Tottenham's pushing forward.
Right.
Then everyone gasps as they almost give up a goal.
Yeah.
But then they somehow score a winner at the last second.
Yeah.
And everyone erupts.
Exactly. It's a roller coaster for your ears.
And it's not just the commentators.
No.
The crowd's a big part of that, too.
Huge.
Think about it. A team just passing the ball around, playing it safe,
Yeah.
that's almost silent, right?
Yeah.
But when a team is attacking relentlessly, wave after wave, the crowd is roaring.
Totally. It's like raw energy.
It's like Postecoglou is almost conducting them.
Yeah.
Like they're an instrument in his football orchestra.
Yeah.
But let's get back to those pundits for a sec.
Okay.
You mentioned some aren't so sure about this whole thing.
Yeah.
What are they worried about?
They seem to think this high risk, high reward style, it might not work forever.
Okay, yeah.
Especially against the best teams. They're
Right.
worried about the defense,
Yeah.
saying he needs to find a better balance.
So, tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe play a little more strategically.
Mhm.
But wouldn't that go against, everything Postecoglou stands for? He wants his team to be exciting,
Right. To attack.
to control the game.
Absolutely. It's such a tough question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of football? Just winning? Or is it about being entertaining?
Mm.
And where does the sound of the game fit into all of this?
I think that's where it gets really interesting. If Postecoglou's style is just more exciting,
Yeah.
more dramatic to watch,
Right.
does that buy him some leeway?
Oh, interesting.
With the fans, with the pundits, even if he's not winning every game.
It's a great point because at the end of the day, football is entertainment
Yeah.
and sound is a big part of that,
That's how we connect to it.
Exactly. So maybe his soundtrack, let's call it, is giving him some time,
Time to build something at Tottenham.
Exactly.
But that puts a lot of pressure on his players, too.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have to deliver, right?
Sure.
If the fans expect a certain level of excitement, a certain intensity, they can't have too many quiet nights.
Absolutely. And that's why the players are so important,
Yeah.
They have to be technically gifted, in top shape, and mentally strong.
To handle that pressure, the speed of it all,
Yeah, the constant attacking and defending.
and looking at what caught offside road,
Yeah.
there were some really interesting individual performances.
Right.
Some players, especially midfield, they looked great.
Yeah.
But others, especially the defenders, they were exposed.
It seems like some are just not adapting, to
Yeah.
what Postecoglou wants them to do. And that can change the whole sound of the game.
How so?
Like, imagine a bad pass leading to a counterattack or a clumsy tackle that gives away a penalty.
Yeah.
Those mistakes, they kind of break the flow. It's like a sudden, off-key note.
Yeah, it throws off the rhythm.
Exactly. And for the people watching at home, it's even worse,
Oh, yeah, they're hearing it all.
They're not just seeing the mistake.
They're hearing the crowd groan, the commentators get frustrated, maybe even the manager yelling.
Adds to the drama, but not always in a good way.
Exactly. It's those moments of weakness, those cracks in the system.
Yeah.
They can make or break a team. And you can hear it just as much as you can see it.
It feels like we're always coming back to this balance thing,
Yeah.
Postecoglou wants that intensity,
Right.
specific sound,
Yeah.
but it's got to be sustainable for the
Yeah.
players, for the viewers, everyone.
That's it, yeah. And it brings us right back to where we started.
The sound of the game on TV.
Exactly. Can he create a soundscape that's both, exciting
Yeah.
and something that can last?
Not just a burst of energy, but like the whole symphony. What do you think? Looking at these articles, can he pull it off?
Well, it's exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
At least right now.
Yeah.
All that pressing, attacking, the drama. It's a wild ride for your ears. But can he keep that up all season? The Premier League is brutal. And what about the defense? They can't keep giving up goals like they did against Chelsea. That excitement might wear off pretty quick if they keep that up.
Exactly. And the sound tells you everything, you know?
What do you mean?
Think about it. The roar of the crowd after a great goal, that's totally different from the groans when the defense messes up.
Oh, yeah. You can hear how well they're playing or not playing as a team.
Totally. And whether their approach is actually working.
It's like he's walking a tightrope, you know?
Yeah.
He wants it to be exciting,
Right.
keep people on the edge of their seats,
Yeah.
but also make them believe the team can actually win.
That's a great way to put it. And how it sounds, that's how we'll know if he's succeeding.
So if he finds that balance, that sweet spot between attack and defense, he could build something really special. Something that works on the field, but also connects with the fans at home.
Absolutely. He could really change how we experience the game.
So he's not just a manager.
No?
He's like a sound engineer, too.
Yeah. Shaping how the whole thing sounds.
That's a cool way to think about it.
It shows how connected it all is, you know?
Yeah.
The tactics, the players, the crowd.
The commentators.
Yeah. Even the people watching at home. It all comes together to create this, like, symphony of sound.
This deep dive has been awesome. I don't think I'll ever listen to a game the same way again.
Me neither. It's amazing what you can learn just by paying attention to the sound.
Yeah, totally. A huge thanks to you for being here and for all your insights.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And to everyone listening, we hope this deep dive has given you a new way to think about the sound of sport on TV and how a manager like Postecoglou is trying to change the game, literally. You'll be back next time for another deep dive into the world of sport.
Thanks for tuning in to The Sound of Sport TV, where we bring you the latest sports news and the hottest beats to keep your energy high. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thrilling updates. Until next time, stay tuned and stay sporty.